long story short, I have mentioned this on Pretty Basic, but one year I wanted to have a meetup, and I was like, you know what? I think I've made it. I have 100,000 followers. My life is Ava. Ava Gutowski was the other influencer who was like, let's do a group meetup. And I was like, oh my God, slay, let's do it. So it was me, her, my other friend, Mia. She went by Mama Mia Makeup then. So it was like 3 of us lifestyle girlies. We grew up in Southern California. We were like, let's have an LA meetup. This was the time like Alexa Losey was doing like meetups at like Apple, like very niche. But if you were in it, you were in it. So we were like, okay, let's do it. We all lived in like Orange County, Riverside area. So let's like drive up there. So we decided to have one on the Santa Monica Pier. Because a Hannah Montana moment, duh. And I, being a little business savvy queen I am, was like, let's reach out to some brands for goodie bags. So like the first 10 people can like get a bag. So I reached out to a few people, one of them being Benefit Cosmetics, full circle. And they sent stuff. They sent so much makeup. And I was like, oh my God, this is so sick. So I had enough to make 5 little goodie bags, okay? Like, they were like, happy to send over some things, blah, 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 whatever. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, Benefit Cosmetics, like, this one blush is $25. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, this is insane. Our viewers are going to be so crazy. They're going to be fighting over, like, who gets one, right? So
I'm excited to see where this is going.
We drive up to the pier, and I'm like fixing my hair. I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be so many people there. Like, it's going to be first meetup
everything
ever.
We've been working for.
Everything we've been working for. And we have like collectively like over 300,000 followers. You know what I mean? So we've made it. Like we're hot shit. I walk up, I'm like, oh, there's no crowd. Weird. Oh, they're probably like, well, they're probably on the pier, you know, like instead of the entry. It's a big pier, you know? So we're like, okay, let's go a little further down.
Were you vlogging this?
Unfortunately, no. Because I would pay so much money to be able to see a vlog from that day. We go down to where like the rides are, and we're like, oh, there's no crowd. That's so weird. Maybe they don't know where to find us. Like, maybe we should tell everyone, or you know what? Maybe they're at the back of the pier. Like, let's go to the very back of the pier. So we go to the very back of the pier. No one's there. So I'm there and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, this is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. So we're like, okay, why don't we tweet out, hey guys, we're at the park area. So in case they're looking for us, they'll know where to find us, you know? So we're sitting there for like 10 minutes. Like,
what's in your mind? Are you doubting anything at this point?
I'm doubting everything of my life choices at this point. I'm doubting the fact that I think this was, I hadn't dropped out of college yet, but this was damn near around that time, you know? So I was like, oh, like this is so embarrassing. But I was more aware of like, wow. So one person comes up and they're like, oh my God, Ava, I'm a huge fan, da, 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 but doesn't say hi to me and Mia. So I was like, oh, well, this is embarrassing because the one person who came up knows Ava, but like doesn't say us. So I'm like, I'm sitting there with my 5 goodie bags. And I was like, here you go. Like, we have a little goodie bag for you. And she was like so happy, but then left, right? So I was like, okay, like, and didn't even want a photo with me or Mia. So we're just like, okay, like that happens. But like, you know, so I'm down to my 4 goodie bags. And then someone else comes up and is like, oh, I thought there'd be like a lot of people here. And we were like, oh, no, like you were just, you know, whatever. So I give her a goodie bag. One other person came up and was like, oh, are you guys famous? Like, are you like, and we're like, oh yeah, we're YouTubers. And then they're like, oh, what's that? And like points to my goodie bags. And I was like, oh, like we're giving away goodie bags. I was like, here you go. Needless to say, I left with 2 goodie bags.
Oh.
I was humiliated. We were all so it was so humbling. I've had a few humbling moments like that in my entire life. And I think they were so good for my character at the start of all of this.
You need that.
No, you need those humbling moments because I kid you not, any meetup, even the last big Pretty Basic one we had and there were so many people there, I was like, no one's coming. Yeah. I was like, no one's coming.
It's happened before, Remy. I swear to God.
No, it's happened to Remy too. So we're both so like humble when it comes to that shit because we're like, yo, like nothing is worse than like saying, hey guys, like come have like, and no one shows.